right, we're back for another episode of Knicks Morning Koffee. What a difference a week can make. 7 days ago, this is what 4-game loss can do for you. A week ago, we were sitting at number 5, right? So those 4 losses took us from number 5 to number 6 to number 9. And I think now we might be at number 11. So that's what not taking care of the ball and that's what this bad shooting can do for you. So I was just so disgusted, especially by the last game, by the way that we played. Just missing way too many open shots and way too many turnovers. Like I was just at a point, for the first time in my life with the Knicks, I was almost done. I mean, just even yesterday, a friend of mine had to talk me off the ledge because I was ready to jump ship. Like this is just, it doesn't make sense to be developing and then lose. Okay, you lose. If you can win 3, you can lose 3. Okay, that's just life in the NBA. But the fourth one got me because we have to show that not only are we putting in the work, but that we're taking our individual craft seriously. Like we just can't miss wide open jumpers, And this is like a direct contrast from how I felt last week. And now that I'm back on board again, because sometimes you just need a minute, and then I just needed a minute because it's too early to be standing watching, and it's too early to be talking about the top college player, which is the great one coming out, But we have to try to find a way still to fight and hold that position, because even still now, a 2-3 game winning streak, or even a 4 out of 2, puts you right back in the middle of the pack, which is where I think the Knicks can be, if we're consistent and taking care of the ball. Like, Joey, you got to help me out today. You got to tell me something.
Where do I start? So when you was talking about their commitment and taking the game serious, I'm always on social media, so it's like, don't show me what they doing after the game till 2:00 in the morning if it's not translating into the game.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like y'all showing me quickly taking jump shots and staying after the game, but what does that matter if y'all not doing it? You know what I mean? We bomb on Randall. I always bomb on Randall. I'm not trying to hit nothing because, mind y'all, if he was that good, we probably would have beat the Nets. If y'all want him to be the starter so bad, we would have beat the Nets. But it's not all him. R.J. Barrett, like, where was your jump shot after you so-called was shooting late night, and then you come back, and then what happens? Nothing. Yeah. You ain't do nothing.
Yeah.
And then coach, the defense getting better, but I always said, offense, he might need to just let loose and let somebody else do offense for all that.
All right, well, let me jump in right there then, because let's go back to Randall first. Like, in fact, first you said Quigley. So Quigley had to some yesterday, talking with some people, that Quigley had a good game. Now, numbers-wise, he's had a good game, but still, after looking what Maxey did over there in Philly the other night, with the opportunity with a lot of their players out for COVID, he showed why he was drafted the way he was drafted. Now, I was actually happy to have Quigley than Maxey. But Quigley, now that hesitation move where they foul you, that was good the first time you did it in that game because it seemed like it was needed. But now we needed you to get back to the Quigley that when you first started moving the ball around, and breaking your man off the dribble and kicking out. And of course we want you to shoot, obviously.
And for granted, it seems like he's trying that, but it's just not working because the offense, that offense.
Well, we're cluttered. We're cluttered.
Yeah, the offense we was running when it was comfortable is not working. And I always said it doesn't really look like the locker room is buying it. This is like that moment when the Knicks was like, you could tell in the locker room like everybody's not buying in.
But I think they are.
I think they're mentally trying to trick themselves. I think it's some of them saying, "Oh, we gonna be good," and then some of them saying, "Like, well, I'm on my way out anyway."
But I think they buying in. I just think they need the direction still.
No, but I think mentally some of them are saying, "I'm on my way out," because they didn't make no major move yet. They didn't pick up no other player. They still holding on to that money. They know Alfred Payton know he was on his way out. Still, to me, he's doing good, but his demeanor just seems like he's not trying to get to 7th. He's not even trying to get the ninth. Like he's not trying at all. That's what it looks like. Like I need them to actually. If they try, I feel like we win. We beat the Nets if you try.
Look, we hit jump shots. I mean, it's cliche as it sounds. We hit because these are uncontested jump shots. We hit our uncontested jump shots. We're in the game, and let alone we probably win a lot of those games. But now, it's hard for me to say now. Yeah, I was a little bit disgusted with the moves that other people are making, just for the sake that they're making moves. So, okay, Randall we know is our guy, whatever it is, right? Taylor's going with Randall, but no matter who we get, if they're not a jump shooter, then we're lost because now you can even penetrate and kick it out. Guys are missing wide open shots. So in the beginning of the season, the spacing, remember I said it looked like they was running the triangle. We always had that guy. It didn't got so bad with Mitch that they're not even guarding him now on the handoff. So I don't know how discouraged I would have been if I was him to watch this kid come in from the Nets, who played, I think, the total of 5 minutes the whole season, and come in and they just give him the ball. He's shooting jumpers. And then the Nets had another guard where they had two other guards that played a lot of minutes.
Matter of fact, speaking of Mitch, this is another thing I hate about the Knicks. Like, just let people play their game, right? Bobo come in. What's his name? Bobo. He come in whatever team he on, and he's shooting threes, bringing the ball down court, flying down court, because he can do it. And he showed in the bubble that he can do it. And then they put that in the game. So why can't y'all just put stuff in the game? Like, if you see that they can do it, just do it. It's like even with Tibbs, like, yeah, we can see the difference in their game. But if you can see that quickly can beat people off the dribble, and you can see that, then we don't really need Randall to be doing what he's doing.
Yeah.
That's my only problem. Like,
yeah, some of it, yeah.
You coaching offense through Randall, and he ain't even playing no defense. You know what I mean? Like, you got R.J. Barrett in positions to shoot the ball consistently, and he's not hitting consistently. Like, just play the players that in their strong suit. Like, don't put them out there just to be putting them out there in the system that you can see working. Like, no, we can't see that working. As a fan, I can't even see it.
Yeah, because I mean, the last few games for me, I was so encouraged by the ball movement, the spacing, and the ball movement. Like, we were getting it, touching it, and letting it fly to the next guy. Now every single player is. And if we was losing that way, I could live with it until they regroup. But right now, like, I don't even want to say they're resorting back to the old Knicks because most of all these guys are new. And most of the guys in our rotation are new. You know, aside from maybe two. Well, Randall, of course, makes three. But, you know, we got new guys. So I don't want to say the old Knicks of everybody just dribbling around waiting for the shot. You know, and Randall, I mean, without him now, it seems like we're lost. So without Randall. With all his faults because he's holding the ball too long, of course you're dribbling around for your shot. So, hey, at my age right now, you let me dribble around until I got an open look. I can drop 25.
He's not we had Porzingis, and he was the star of the team because Melo, everybody's gone. So he's now the star. He didn't even really take over the ball until maybe the fourth quarter and maybe that third quarter stretch if we was down. And it's almost like, all right, now we're going to force it to you because we not getting nothing. And he will bring us back sometime. So I don't really think Porzingis is the superstar that everybody thought he was or think he is or whatever they think he is now. If I'm saying he can do that, then Randall, he can't do that. He's just a player that come off the bench is still going to give you them high numbers no matter what. And that's what that's why I'm frustrated because, like, just look at what you got and play him that way.
Well, that's because the opportunity though is there, and he has to think the game. Like, it's not enough to come down to get yours. Now he's passing the ball. It's just that move as soon as you get it because it's gonna come back to you. But now hold, because this is what he also does. He comes down. He'll pass the ball to somebody. He'll do that little curl in and out, but he'll come right back to the spot. Now the guy that got it might have felt like, okay, I got an opportunity to break my man down. But Randall will come right back to the spot where now you see him there by himself, so you just got to give it back to him. So that messed up the flow of the offense, you know. So Randall, too, he's our guy, but he has to think the game. 25 and 30 points is going to come easy to him. But how are you going to help the other guys get 25 and 30?
See, now this is where it comes. Now this is where my question always is this coaching or is this the players? Because now we can be like, all right, so Knox. Remember I said I kind of want to give up on him if he's not doing it. But then I'm realizing like, he's hitting his shots. And then I'm realizing he only hitting the shot if he get himself open. It's not like he's running the system and getting open.
Well, he running to the corner. Now he figured out when he's in that corner, he's getting the ball. But
if he can get to the corner.
I'm not. No, he's going straight to the corner. But I'm not giving up on Knox no matter what, even if I don't play him.
But now what I'm seeing is, all right, maybe I won't give, because when he's open, he's hitting it. He might miss them 2 shots, but he's not put down as the shooter, because I'm watching Durant, and Durant gonna miss his shots too. You know what I mean? Like, take your game from Durant and hit your shots, but they gotta give him a chance to even make a play. Because tell you the truth, if you put the ball in Knox's hand, I feel like he's gonna do the same thing Randall doing. So,
well, that's the part that would come to coaching. But I don't. The only reason I would blame Tibbs for some of that, because if you can take some of the credit, you can take some of the blame, is that he has a free flow in offense. So that responsibility falls on the players. But if somebody's 2 for 22 and threes and not fully mixing it up, then you got to make a decision, because your offense is predicated on knocking down open looks. So if open looks aren't going down, now something's got to give. You either got to remove that player, or you got to tell that player, when you get the ball, just move it right away. Because we can't continue to sit there, and this is just killing me with the jump shot. Like, I'm going to stay on that until they get it right, because maybe 50, 60% of our offense, or heck, even 70, is shooting jump shots. So if you're not going to if the guy is incapable of making the jump shot,
but then
you got to move him.
At what point was that our game? Because the preseason, we wasn't winning by hitting jump shot. We was winning by taking it to him. I remember what I said. I said my only problem with that is it's our rookies really taking it to him, and
yeah, we were taking it to him off turnovers.
Yes.
So we still was shooting jumpers.
That was the next thing. That was the next thing I was going to ask you with Tibbs. If our defense is so good, why are they scoring 150 points on us? Like,
no, our defense is. To me, it's good, because teams, they would have racked up even more when you look at what their scoring averages are and to what we hold them to. But now we just got to get back to a point where we're playing the passing lanes again, and we're guarding our man, because even on the shot, I think it was, what game was that? Charlotte. Remember with Randall, why on earth would you just kept leaving Gordon Hayward open? Like, why are you so far away from Gordon Hayward that you can't get back? And why are you even leaving him? Because even when you're in position on the weak side defense, this is Randall, and somebody's man get beat, you'll run over there, but you won't make a play because you don't want to commit the foul. So why are you bothering leaving the shooter?
Robinson and R.J. Barrett work out harder, because now they got to keep swinging, because you just, I don't know what, tell y'all the truth, I don't know what Randall be doing out there. Like, I don't know. Like, did he watch the tape? My man, do you watch the tape?
No, but listen, I'm back and forth with Randall, so I probably sound like crazy, man. Because his value to the team right now is at an all-time high. It's just that the little things you do, knowing that you're the man, you're like taking for granted things that you do. Like, you threw Knox in the Charlotte game. You jumped in the air and threw a bad pass when Knox was nowhere in sight. And then I didn't like that when they showed the clip of them going down court, you're blaming Knox. Like, you made that bad pass. You're the man. Take onus of it and just give them my bad, and then keep it moving. And then discuss where they could be on certain move. But it's like, Randall, to me, you're not holding your own self accountable with certain things that you do on the court when you come down. Like, respect for the other players. Because you're getting into the double team in the post, which I like, but you're just throwing it to the other guys. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're throwing it away too easy. And then it's like the look on your face doesn't seem like it bothers you. So that's the only thing I feel like with Randall, not the only thing, but because coach is going to ride or die with Randall. And it's just that, give me something that you care. Like, even with KD knew you was guarding him, but he was just doing his, shake and bake move and then just pulling up right in your face. Like, that's just totally no respect, which is why I said before, I want to get Michael Kidd Gilchrist back. Now, he's no star. He's no super. He's nowhere around that. But he'll guard a perimeter player, make it uncomfortable for them. Something that every great player had. Michael Jordan, had Joe Dumars. Kobe Bryant had Raja Bell. Everybody had a guy that you still get yours, but they make it so uncomfortable for you to get yours that now late in the game, you may not have that lift because you had to work so hard. And we don't have a guy on our perimeter that can physically guard a superstar like that. Just to stay with him so that KD and guys like that are not just dribbling around, setting you up, and then just pulling like they in the gym practice. And you said that yourself. They making practice shots. So.
Yeah, I don't know. Y'all Knicks, y'all got me feeling like back in high school, I ain't want to go to class today.
No, I'll take you as a class, boy. Now I know you wasn't going to class.
I ain't want to go to class now. Be like, oh man, I'm about to hear it. He done did this.
Well, that's how I felt yesterday going to work. But, and if anybody noticed, you don't see my glasses going on and off today because I ain't even prepared nothing yesterday. That's how disgusted I was with the Knicks. I just said I'm going to show up today out of loyalty to you guys. But I've never been so pissed off with the Knicks because the opportunity is there. Yes, we're developing, but you looking at the guys that we're playing against, rather. Individual guys. I ain't talking about teams because some of the teams got great stars. A lot of the players in the NBA are like journeyman players. The same thing we got. We got Bullock, we got Burke, we got journeyman players. So let's stay with the pack. Like, if a team is going to beat us, they're going to beat us. But when you start beating yourself into a 4-game losing streak, that's just unacceptable.
Not only a 4-game losing streak, we losing in the first quarter. Like, once the first quarter is over, we not even getting a lead. Like, it's not even like a Knicks get their first lead and we start taking it away and then they got to fight to get back. No, it's a first quarter's over, we losing. They come back, regroup in the second quarter, we get down more. Third quarter comes, it's like
When you live by the sword, you die by the sword. So when you, like except for that one game with the wire-to-wire win, when you're coming back from 10-15 down to win games all the time, eventually it's gonna run out. That's just the law of averages. So that's why the 3-game skid, I was really concerned. But again, if you can win 3, you can lose 3. So the 4th game just got me. But now, can we get back? I mean, guys are now slowly going to start working their way back. Obi got 57 seconds the other day, but that means he's back. Having Taj Gibson now, that will help in terms of some of the down low defense and keeping the ball moving. Mitch and Nerlens Noel, they're playing good basketball. Like, they're doing what they're supposed to do. But now, because they have to go out and help, because remember, we were containing the guards in front of us to a degree.
Yeah, we're not even.
But now they constantly got to go out and help, and it's just leaving the rim unprotected.
There's nobody can get a break. It's like, help me, help you.
Yeah, well, help the helper. That's basic line of defense, but we haven't had that since Patrick Ewing and Charles Oakley. But can we get back on track? Because we're sitting at a spot where, okay, I'm so tired of seeing Cleveland after 2 preseason games and almost 2 regular season games. I don't know. I'm just tired of looking at Cleveland. But can we get back on track now? Because 2 games, where you got Cleveland and the Bulls twice, right? So, say you get those 3, you could potentially be right back to 6. Like, remember last week, my theory was for the Knicks until they can get going. Stay 500, a game above, a game below. Like, stay now we're 2 games below, but stay fluctuated in that until you fully get it together and you can make your run or maybe add that piece, because the best thing we can hope for right now, there's no cavalry coming, that RJ can find his mojo back. I'm not even saying so much shooting, but you just can't stand out there and try to shoot your way out of this type of slump, especially when you're not even shooting. So that just don't make no sense to me. But Burke will be back, and then you can get a rotation. And then I was way disappointed the last 2 games in Austin Rivers. I mean, that just like, you look like a scrub these last 2 games. Like, I don't understand what you or even attempt to do out there when you get the ball. But right now, just we need ball handling, but we need shooting. So when these guys are now starting to come back to the lineup in the next few games or so maybe we can establish that, that type of ball movement again and spacing. Because the defense, to me, the defense is holding up. I mean, just individually, guys just got to lock in. But we knocked down some jump shots. We moved the ball, and then we talked. Remember how encouraged we were to see Mitch last game? Like, you see him constantly talking to people. So we guys got to work on those little things that we're doing right there, and then just like, get guys when y'all in practice, talk to each other about why you're going through your slump. Because it's like it's something to me that might be so minute that if we could fix those little things mentally, I'm still going to say that we can hover around that 6th spot. Even if you, in 4 games and you win 2, because everybody's beating each other the way they set the schedule up. So the destiny is up to you as far as how far you want to go this season.
No team is that scary. Now the Nets look scary, but no other team looks scary. Like,
I mean, with the Nets there, if you want to spend a few minutes on that, just the fact that they made a move, which I don't understand how you package off all them draft picks and all them young players. Like, you kind of did what we did when we got Melo, because somebody mentioned to me yesterday.
Well, we had Stoudemire, but we didn't have a third one. We didn't have a third person. So
we didn't.
Say we had Melo, and then like we had another guard.
Well, this has to work for the Nets because you package your future off like you did with the Garnett and them trade. So this got to work for you. But I was just the fact that they made a major move. Like, the Knicks make the little moves. Like, we talked about Christian Woods. Christian Woods is lighting it up, right? So why couldn't we have got him? You're talking about Joe Harris. No, I'm just saying the 4 that I wanted was Woods or Bertans, Harris or Bogdanovich. So that would have gave us a shooter up front, and then a shooter
all the people
in the guard position.
Is killing us now.
Doing well, but they're doing their job. Woods stepped his game up because of the more minutes and the more touches, but everybody's doing their job, which is what we needed to. If you're gonna have those wide open looks, you got to have a person out there that can hit wide open shots. It just keeps the game flowing. So even if RJ's missing, if the other guys are all hitting their shots, that gives RJ a chance now to, breathe and get his rhythm going again. But nobody's hitting, so you can't even get your rhythm. Knox did it in 2 games in a spell. Not even say he did it for 2 games. You know what I'm saying? So we could get back, just depending on how committed are the guys. Because we have too many good coaches on that bench to allow this slide to continue and then even to happen again. No good team is going to keep losing 3 games in a row. Definitely not 4, and then, see where we lie. But I know somebody's going to say the Knicks are developing. Somebody's, okay, yeah, but still, you're a man. You go out there, you put your sneakers on, lace them up, and then you just go out there and play. Nobody said just because we the Knicks, we have to keep falling by the wayside. This year, to me, is apparent now more than ever that you can get in there and make some noise. Okay, we ain't talking championship, but get in and make some noise. Start building that type of culture and identity. Cade Cunningham, I believe that's his name, out of Oklahoma State. And the highlights I've seen, he seemed like a great player, but we don't have time to be worried about.
And Tibbs ain't gonna play no new players, as we can see. He gonna stick to his guns.
Well, yeah, that may change. You get a player like him, that you gonna. But just that we don't got, it's too early to be worrying about that. It's too early to be thinking about getting a free agent. No high power free agent seems like it's coming. So all you can do for yourself is make your shots. You don't got to be fancy with it. You don't got to make your shots. Anything for you, Joe?
Nope.
So, see what the Knicks did to us? All right, y'all. So, we'll see next week. We'll see how this week transpires, and then we'll get back to y'all again next week.
Yeah, like button,
Peace.
comment, subscribe.